So we're going into map number 2. Grubby this time is spawning on the right hand side of Equas. He's starting with the altar first. Again, I would be very surprised if he changed anything about his strategy here. DowaQ is changing his strategy, starting with altar and crypt. So we are not gonna see him going for fiends, at least not as early as he did on Secret Valley. And I guess, I mean, it cannot get any worse, so yeah, why not try something different? He's gonna get the quick DK, gonna get a couple of ghouls at least initially, and yeah, we'll see what he's going to decide to transition into from there. And Grubby, yeah, as I said, I would be surprised if he changed anything. I mean, this was a pretty much flawless game that he played there on Secret Valley. I don't think he lost a single unit. Actually, I'm not sure what happened to the Scout PN, but other than that, at least he definitely didn't lose a unit. Yeah, Blade Master first is the choice for Grubby again. And let's see if the second Ziggurat is going to be added now or a Graveyard. That's basically the only question here. Is it going to be, you know, late fiends, or is it just going to be ghouls? I guess most likely, yeah, ghouls. Because there's a second Ziggurat, so that's what we're gonna see here. Scout ghoul heading across the map. Grubby, don't think he's going to skip the shop. I mean, he didn't even skip the shop on Secret Valley. And now he's got 130 gold. There is the shop. Placed quite passively. And the Blade Master spawning right now. The ghoul probably not going to be worth chasing, and Grubby is going straight for the Ogre Warrior. DK is going to spawn just a second later, grabbing only a rod, and he starts doing some creeping on his own here as it appears. Doesn't even try to stop this from happening. Circle it for the Blade Master, and for the DK it's sadly only going to be a Tome of Strength for him. DowaQ, yeah, investing a lot into those ghouls early on. Is he pulling the creeps here? Does he wanna Merc abuse? Yeah, or just creep it. Swoop in from the top with his army, taking quite a bit of damage on the DK early on. I'm wondering if he's going to invest into the Priest, as he's been tanking quite a bit with the DK. Then again, he's gonna have the aura in just a second. Blade Master is not even nearby, he's on the other side of the map. Ring of Protection +3 for DowaQ, the Grunt Scouts. This creeping right now, he's not gonna be able to do anything about it. Blade Master is creeping safely though, despite being quite low on hit points. He's gonna reach level 2 right now as well. And DowaQ seems to be afraid of the Blade Master coming in here, abandoning this creep camp. I mean, he's pulled back his Scout Ghoul. He has no information of the whereabouts of this Blade Master. So yeah, for all he knew, the Blade Master was coming in with a Windwalk and trying to kill all of his ghouls here. Now both of them are heading to the shop. DowaQ is going to be there first. I'd be surprised if he decided to buy the Boots of Speed though. Maybe only Dust. Needs to make sure not to get trapped here though by the Blade Master, and Blade Master doesn't get trapped here, and he's actually buying away the Boots of Speed. In the meantime, some more scouting by the Grunt. Another Grunt up here, so yeah, Grubby just scouting everything currently. Is he just waiting for the next Boots? I mean, that'd be a long time that he'd have to pass here. By the way, comparing texts, Grubby slightly ahead only this time. And it looks like he's going to abandon this position for now. Grunt's heading towards the right hand side. Yeah, it just continues scouting everywhere. It looks like he has no ambition of creeping any further. I mean, level 2 against ghouls, it seems like level 3 is not as painfully necessary, and the Death Knight has the right sense here. The Grunt sees him coming in though. And, oh, is he gonna get the Death Knight trapped here? No, it looks like he is not. Staffing to the outside of this position here. It looks like he's gonna give the Ogre Magi to Grubby for free. Decided to go for some pressure with his ghouls and the DK in the meantime. Third burrow this time has finished quite quickly though. And Grubby is just filling up all of his burrows. I don't really see this altar being in serious trouble. I mean, if he gets it, then fine, but he's gonna lose everything for it. No, he's gonna be forced to town portal. So DowaQ totally mispositioning his DK there, and don't really see the great use of this. I mean, had he gotten the altar, yeah, actually quite an unusual approach there to try and snipe the altar, but didn't work out. He lost a ghoul, he lost the TP, and he lost... I was about to say he lost a lot of opportunity here because his DK is so low, and he's going to be taking a huge risk if he tries to go out on the map and creep somewhere, but it looks like he's going to be willing to take that risk. Blademaster is immediately heading towards the shop with the Grunt Secret very easily creep it. Grubby adding double Beastry again, and a Shadow Hunter, so same strategy as before. DowaQ though is adding tier 3 immediately, and the Graveyard somewhat late, so it looks like he's not going to go into heavy Fiend production. Perhaps against Wind Riders he could add a Fiend or two, you know, double Beastry of course keeps that option open. Especially against Ghouls, often a highly valued choice, but then usually with a TC, not with a Shadow Hunter, so we'll see what Grubby's got up his sleeve. One of the Ghouls quickly gets picked off. DowaQ almost level 3, Blademaster is level 3, and he does have one more Windwalk left soon, so this Death Knight could actually run into some trouble. So if he gets like another... I don't think he's going to be getting enough damage out here, unless he gets a crit off. Let's see. No, he doesn't get enough damage out. Heal potion bought by the DK, and the Blademaster is going to have to be satisfied with cancelling that Slaughterhouse, which actually, I guess he's might not get away with doing so because he doesn't have a Windwalk remaining. So yeah, he's gonna have to get going here. In the meantime, he continues creeping though. Shadow Hunter is gonna get closer to level 2 here. And he's actually going for Wind Riders. So that might cue DowaQ to add like 2 Fiends with Web or so. He's still trying to go for the Slaughterhouse. It's almost finished though, and it doesn't look like Grubby's going to have the means to cancel it. Just to make sure not to get surrounded here. He still doesn't have mana. I mean, he's got a Speed Scroll and a TP, so at least he wouldn't have died, but that would have been quite a waste. Lich is coming. He's going to be finished by the time tier 3 is done, so he's going to be able to get the orb immediately. Shadow Hunter, as I said, almost level 2. He can use those Wind Riders to aid him in creeping. Wind Riders great in doing creeping quickly. And with the level 3 Blademaster all by himself, he's basically able to contain DowaQ inside of his own base, even though he doesn't get anything killed here. I mean, he's winning so much time for his Shadow Hunter to creep. Shadow Hunter after this one is going to be 2.5 already. It's going to not quite out-level the Death Knight, but getting close. Tier 3 finishing, Lich almost finished as well. Next Wind Rider is out. And the Shadow Hunter is going to pick up the Ogre Magi and another item. So once again, very dominant performance by Grubby so far. Not as one-sided as it was on Secret Valley, but still everything is looking fine for him. Tier 3 finished for DowaQ. Adding another Ziggurat. At least with the Skeleton now he has scouted the Wind Riders. So at least he knows what he's facing.
Our town is under attack.
And the SH, what is he doing? Expansion is coming, so eventually DowaQ's hand is going to be forced. Dust used here. Is he getting Destroyer upgrade? Yes, he is. He's getting Frenzy upgrade. No investment into Fiends yet. We'll see how he's going to try and combat these Wind Riders eventually. If he's just going to try and get a fight with a lot of mana destroyers, or if it's going to be Fiends. Interestingly, he's adding a Boneyard, which is a bit of a curious choice, as usually Wind Riders are considered to be a very good counter against Frostworms. So, not really sure how well that's going to pay out for DowaQ. So SH3, Blademaster 3.5, Death Knight finally 3, Lich level 1. And he's morphing 2 destroyers here, which is another interesting choice by DowaQ. Is he really going to fly into the orc base with these and attack the burrows. I mean, these aren't going to do all too much. This is 1 mana destroyer, 1 mana less destroyer, and Grubby is going in for some very nicely timed harassment. The destroyers are not here to help the destroyers are not here to help the undead player, and therefore he seems to be quite fragile here for the time being. Is he getting a coil off on one of these Wind Riders? Looks like the answer is no, and only one of the acolytes has been lost here. But is this really going to work out? See if Grubby is going to get some repair in time. Or just filling up the burrows. Shooting back. Actually, one of the burrows is falling here. The second one should easily be repaired though. Especially now that both of the destroyers are out of mana. So this harassment didn't do all too much. And on the other side of the map, Grubby's harassment seems to pay out a lot more greatly. Acolyte after Acolyte after Acolyte is falling. The Death Knight is staffing towards, well, elsewhere. He at least tried to, but he's been hexed here in time. The Blade Master is going to be forced to Town Portal eventually as he's surrounded here against the forest, and he doesn't have another Windwalk. And is he going to get the Lich here on his way out? Yes, he is. The coil comes too late. And yeah, DowaQ even losing a Lich here on top of things. Grubby's expansion is running as well. Not yet officially scouted by one of the but one of the skeletons has seen the PN coming in earlier on, so he probably has a clue. So DowaQ with his harassment here definitely not achieving all too much. He killed one burrow, but the harassment Grubby was able to do in the meantime, so much more worth it. DowaQ now has to slowly rebuild Acolyte after Acolyte, as well as the Lich. Grubby's gained so much time. The Ghoul has now officially confirmed this expansion. He's probably going to pay for it with his life. Yes, he is. And Grubby continues creeping. Level 4 on the Blade Master will be reached here. Guess he's gonna hope for Claws +9 or Energy Pendant. And he gets Periapt of Vitality. Well, the nuke of DowaQ isn't really too threatening currently. But I guess it's not going to hurt Grubby either. I mean, DowaQ at 39 supply against 60. I mean, usually a 20 supply advantage on top of things. 3-1 hero levels against 4-3. Expansion against no expansion. That should be telling the tale here. Blade Master in the middle did pick up Invo Potion and a Heal Scroll. And a new Dust. Shadow Hunter level 4 as well. Hardly anything left to creep on the map except for this one and the 2 turtle camps in the corners. DowaQ seeing the Blade Master right now. He's got 2 destroyers here, one with mana. Blade Master uses the Invo Potion immediately, but the Wind Riders are coming in. By the way, still no Frostworm in production, so that Boneyard so far has not paid out at all. He's got 6-7 Wind Riders against 3 destroyers, and the first 2 of them have fallen already. None of the Wind Riders in real trouble. Shadow Hunter seems to be surrounded, but he has a Town Portal, and should survive this. The Lich is actually falling first. The Shadow Hunter does have another heal wave available here. He was just at 90 mana, but wasn't necessary anymore. Grubby already winning this second map. So yeah, once again a decent early game by Grubby. DowaQ with the attempt to kill the altar there inside in Grubby's main base before tier 2 was finished. Quite an unusual choice, but I think perhaps if the DK was just had just been on the left hand side of the altar instead of on the right hand side where he got trapped, he could have actually gotten away with it. I'm not really sure how much of an advantage he would have gained by getting the altar killed those, but I mean, he didn't. He lost TP, he lost one of his ghouls. Grubby got a lot of creeping done with his Shadow Hunter, while he was able to contain DowaQ with only his Blade Master, getting into the mid game with a huge level advantage. Then there was this little harassment going on inside of Grubby's base, whereas at the same time the huge investment was going on inside of DowaQ's base, where the Lich ended up dying, a couple of Acolytes ended up dying. The Boneyard never came into play, but I mean, you've seen it, the destroyers in the end, they have the same armor type light as the Frostworm, and they die quite quickly against the piercing damage output of the Wind Riders. So would have a Frostworm, so I'm not really agreeing with the choice of that Boneyard. But all in all, a very dominant performance by Grubby. He takes it 2-0. He is up at 12 points already. DowaQ still 3 points after 4 matches played. He's not out yet theoretically, but he has to beat Rob, and he has to hope for the others to play or to score in a way that allows him still to end up on rank 3. Not very likely, but there is still a chance. That's it for this best of 3. Next up is going to be Fire against Todd, a matchup we've seen twice in season number 1, and led to 2 pretty good best of 3s. And hopefully this one will be as good as the previous ones. So I hope I'll see you then. And that's it for now. Take care.